Content warning. The stories and themes shared throughout this podcast may contain themes that can be distressing for you. If needed, please pause and do what you need to do to take care of yourself. If needed, please reach out to a mental health professional for support. Welcome back to another episode of Resilient AF with Blair and me, Alana. Hi, it's me today. And
You know
Blair.
what? I interview so many guests without you that I'm always like, it's Resilient AF with Blair and Alana, but hold the Alana and bring in the yeah. And I love that you're here and that you just did that. Good job.
Yay. Good job,
Good
Alana.
job, Alana.
Me.
So it's Hanukkah. Oh,
Happy
Hanukkah, Hanukkah, come
Hanukkah.
light the menorah. I can't remember all the words, but
Dance the hora.
so happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah, Blair.
My favorite thing about Hanukkah is that no one knows how to spell it. And so, like, for me being a bad speller, I can get away with it.
Oh, totally.
How do you
There's
spell
like a
How do you
million
spell it?
spelling. Well, it depends who I'm messaging.
Oh my God, really?
If I'm messaging like Jewish people, it's Chanukah. And then if it's just like the general public, not that I'm messaging the general public, but Hanukkah.
Wait,
I don't
why do you
know. How
switch
about
it
you?
between Jewish people and not? Like,
Because
I only use the H. I think like
because CH like knows it's the h, and then the H is like the h.
I still say
But
Hanukkah, but
like
yeah.
it's like that Smokey Robinson. I don't know if you've seen that meme video of Smokey Robinson saying Happy Chanukah.
I haven't. Anyways, it's a few days into Hanukkah, and this Hanukkah started off quite bumpy and sad,
It
actually.
did. Yeah.
And Hanukkah celebrates like the miracle of light and resilience, really. And
Mm-hmm.
if you don't know the story of Hanukkah, this is not where we're going to tell it to you, but Google has the answers. But it's about people trying to destroy the Jewish people. We survived. We also found a little bit of oil to light the candles for Shabbat. Couldn't find any. We found a little bit. They ended up staying lit for 8 days. It's a story of resilience. And
Mm-hmm.
what I love about this holiday is that you get together with family, you light the menorah. It's 8 days. You eat, every day you light a new candle. And then by the eighth day, you have this 9 candle, beautiful menorah lit up. And you eat a lot of deep fried foods, which I do on a daily basis. But, latkes and jam busters and our family likes brisket. And so I love it because it's a really family oriented, beautiful holiday. You play the dreidel, which is like
Mm-hmm.
gambling, and you eat the chocolate coins. And yeah, and Alana and I have like a childhood memory from this cassette called Latkes and Hamantaschens.
Oh my gosh. I've been so busy. I haven't even thought about it. I'm playing
Well,
it on the way to my appointment.
so the Latkes side is the Hanukkah side, and Alana and I used to just listen to this cassette on repeat. And Alana can't wait because she's gonna sing it
Go
at the
like
top of
this.
her lungs. I love.
I am Antiochus, and this is what I say.
It's actually kind of scary as a kid. I was always like scared.
It is very
Anyways,
scary.
but we woke up today in North America learning about a shooting.
Mm.
And the Jewish community in Sydney, Australia, got together on Bondi Beach for a Hanukkah celebration, and there was a terrorist attack on the Jewish people. And I think around 30 plus were injured. 10 or 12 were murdered, including a Holocaust survivor, including a
It's up
rabbi.
to 16 now, as
Oh,
of
it's
this
up to
moment.
yeah, up to 16. So like the news is still breaking while we record this. It's Sunday now. I woke up in the middle of the night and felt weird, and I checked my phone and I saw that, and I immediately messaged one of my good friends, Alana, who lives there,
Hmm.
who used to live in Bondi where the shooting was. And I checked in with her, and she said she was actually supposed to be, at that beach, but she chose not to go, and her friends heard what was happening. And I was just there last month
Yeah.
twice. And so it's really scary that there's so much hate that we can't even celebrate Hanukkah without the fear of being killed.
Hmm.
And what's it gonna take for people to see that like Jewish grief is grief? And like,
Yeah.
I never thought in my lifetime I'd be scared to be so publicly Jewish, but also like so proud and loud to be publicly Jewish. It's like this thing I'm trying to balance, but I want to use my personal platform to raise awareness. And I shared something really beautiful. Well, not really beautiful. It wasn't beautiful at all, but I shared something that I've had a lot of non-Jewish people reach out to me about, and I shared it from someone else just about like separating politics from religion. Like you could be anti-Israel, but still like support your Jewish friends and wanting to celebrate a holiday without wanting to get murdered. Like they're two
Everyone,
separate
yeah.
things.
And everyone should be able, regardless of their religion or their belief, should be able to celebrate a holiday without the fear that they're going to be killed.
Yeah. We're not going to go too deep on this because this is actually, we're celebrating our launch in this podcast episode, but I just want
Hmm.
to, send my love out to the Jewish community around the world and to our Australian brothers and sisters. I can't imagine what it's like to be there right now, to be in the Jewish community in Sydney, to be, if you survived this or you are someone who lost someone or injured in this. I do want to say, I know, Lana, I don't know if what you've seen, but there's a video circulating about a civilian who like
Hmm.
took down one of the gunmen. Um,
Hmm.
and I think that's very noble and heroic of him. And like he
Yeah.
got shot. I think he's still alive. But shout out to you, hero.
And a little bit of a pivot, but not quite. There was also another shooting at Brown University. Again, people should be able to learn without the fear of being shot. And what does it say about the state of the world? It's a deep question, but
Right. I mean, like we should be able to go to music festivals and grocery stores and like
yeah,
live our life without the fear of being shot.
yeah.
I think we're born into this world as these innocent vessels, and we're not born to hate. Like that's taught.
Hmm.
So let's spread love, Alana.
Yes. And by doing that, I mean, there's no fun way to necessarily segue into spreading love. However, we're going to do that. We're going to segue into celebrating resilience in the version of our new book and our book
Yeah.
launch called,
Woo!
yeah, Resilient AF, Skin Deep Stories,
Yes.
an anthology of stories of people and their tattoos and scar and what led them to getting their tattoo and what it means for them.
So yeah, Alana and I just came back from our book launch in New York. Resilient AF Skin Deep Stories debuted #1 on the Amazon charts internationally. Many different categories we charted in, but we consistently stayed #1 in survival biographies and memoirs, which is super exciting. There are 30 stories from around the world in this book. It's the first of its kind that I could find that existed. It's a
Hmm.
beautiful coffee table style book. One page is the tattoo, and the other page is the story. This is the first book Alana shared a story in,
Yeah.
and the launch itself was amazing. We did a billboard in Times Square, so we had our billboard on the 27th minute of the hour every hour for 24 hours. So Alana and I made sure to watch our billboard change over at midnight. We saw the
Hmm.
like art exhibit where like all of Times Square turns into like an art exhibit for 3 minutes, and then we
That
hung
was very
out.
cool.
Yeah, and we watched our billboard switch over, and that was super cool. And then we all met there at 11 and took photos and watched it together. And it was just so beautiful to watch the authors that came in and their communities, and the people supporting us on the live stream, celebrating these stories and
Hmm.
the resilience and that they trusted us to put their stories on a billboard, their tattoos on a
Yeah.
billboard, their faces on a billboard, their tattoos and faces and stories in our books. It was just so freaking special. And it wasn't as cold as January because we launched two books
Yeah.
this year because we are resilient.
In more ways than one.
And yeah, and then we had our brunch. We rented out a private venue and we ordered catering. And last minute we had a change of plans. We switched venues last minute just because of things changing and
Hmm.
logistics. And so last minute we pulled together. It actually ended up being phenomenal. We did an art exhibit brunch at a private venue, had some catering. We celebrated celebrated our
Yeah.
tattoos and our stories, and you know got to really know each other on a different level, and I thought that was really, really beautiful.
Yeah, it was a lovely gathering, and a lot of these folks we haven't met in person before and have only talk to online and through communication. So to put faces, like actual faces to their names and get to know them a bit more and their stories even deeper. It was really, really fantastic.
And, like we've done a lot of learning this year. And January, New York is really cold.
Hmm.
December, it is gorgeous. Like it was absolutely gorgeous. Like Alana and I stumbled upon a light show on
Yeah.
Saks Fifth Avenue, and it was just like amazing. But it was so busy, so many people everywhere. Like it was
Yeah.
very peoply. Luckily, Alana and I found some indoor spaces because we wanted to catch a couple viewings of our billboard, and but we couldn't go back to our hotel room because then we just won't leave because we know ourselves. And
Hmm.
so we did a lot of wandering around and going in and out of really cool shops and like exploring the lights. And it was very peoply. I found the vibe, like everyone was really pleasant and happy. And I saw just people helping people out. Like the spirit of giving and the spirit of like happiness was there. And I think like if you like Christmas or like you just want to experience something cool once in your lifetime,
Hmm.
getting to New York around this time of year is definitely something to do. However, it is very, very expensive, especially for us Canadians because of the dollar.
Yeah.
Hotels, eating out, everything was just bananas.
It was bananas and another learning like yes, beautiful Christmas. What a privilege that we were able to go and launch during this time and get to see like the lights and the Rockefeller tree and the market at Bryant Park and maybe less of a privilege for our wallets.
Yeah, and I think that also stopped some people in our community from joining us. And
Hmm.
so we've decided to like we do have another launch coming in March for our next book, Resilient AF: Stories of Resilience Volume 3. And we're going to keep our launches in New York moving forward to the spring or the fall. So that's definitely been a learning curve for us. But
Hmm.
we're here. We're here to tell the truth and what's going on behind the scenes. And but the book itself, some people are starting to get the hardcover in their hands, and they're telling me how beautiful it is and how proud they are of
Hmm.
us. Obviously, like it's available for sale on Amazon, so please buy it. Support everyone that's in there, help amplify their stories. Each story shares, what they went through and their advice. So it's like a
Yeah.
textbook of resilience, which essentially is like our whole series. And I think it's super cool. Like in a couple months, we have, Resilient AF: Stories of Resilience Volume 3 coming
Hmm.
out. But because the tattoo book is such a unique concept and people just love it, we were not sure if we were going to keep doing them, but because there's so much interest, we've made the decision to open the wait list. So if this
Hmm.
is of interest to you, you can put your email on the wait list. We're not going to charge you or anything. But once we have enough interest on the wait list, we will make a decision and open up the book.
Yeah.
So if it fills up the way I think it's going to fill up, potentially by spring 2027, so in a spring from now,
Hmm.
we will be doing a book launch. We will see.
Exciting.
We will
We will
see.
see.
And so yeah, if you're like, oh, I have a tattoo, I want it to be on a billboard in Times Square, and I want to be in this book and be part of your movement. Fuck yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. So the link to join the waitlist is on our website, theglobalresilienceproject.com. It's also in the show notes. And what else do we have to share? Oh, we launched some new merch.
Hmm.
We got hoodies. And you know
Hoodies.
what, Alana, I think we should launch the pants because I got a lot of positive feedback about the pants.
Really?
So we might be adding pants, matching pants, so you can have a
Okay.
matching set.
TBD.
Yeah.
TBD.
Other than that, the TV show's trucking along. We've had some really great meetings. We have some more. Um, we decided to scrap our Patreon because we already have a like Substack is I'm really familiar with Substack now, and I think the way Substack is set up and the way they share your content to new people, it makes sense for us to build our Resilient AF Global Resilience
Hmm.
Project behind the scenes on Substack, especially because they have really good collaborative tools. So watch
Yeah.
out for that. But we're going to have it so you can subscribe for free. And then the paid content will be the juicy behind the scenes stuff.
Hmm.
There on Substack, we can have audio, we can have video and written word. So it's probably going to be a mix of all of that exciting
Yeah.
stuff. And I don't know. I mean, I feel like there's one other thing we want to talk about. What was it?
Well, we've talked about New York.
We've talked about New
We've
York.
talked about the book. We've talked about our next book
We
and
talked
the
about
wait list.
and the TV show and the clothing and Hanukkah. Do you have anything else you want to add going into the holiday seasons? I mean, with your social
Yeah.
work hat on, mental health director hat, I know this time of year can be really hard for some people.
Yeah. I think, you know, um, giving yourself permission. I think there's a lot of pressure at this time of year to not only like mentally to go to like gatherings of sorts, but like spend money and get gifts and whatnot. And if you don't have the capacity to do that, if you can give yourself permission, you can write notes, you can say no. I know it's hard. No is a very hard word to say.
Let's practice. No.
No.
Everyone out
And
there, say it with us now. No.
no. And so I think it's just important to take care of yourself this time. I know it brings up feelings for me. In the past few years, I've gone to visit Blair at this time because even though I never really celebrated Christmas, there's something about all the family time that makes me a little sad, I think, because I used to go away with my mom around this time of year. So this year I am staying local, and so ways I'm going to take care of myself during the holiday season is I'm going to spend a lot of time resting. I've been doing this Survivor rewatch that I've gotten a little behind on, so I have to catch up on that. I'm going to write, I'm going to clean. I'm just going to prioritize myself. And I know that's hard for a lot of people to do, and not everyone has the luxury of doing that if they are taking care of other humans. And you can't, it's the whole cliche of putting on your oxygen mask first. So you can't take care of others without taking care of yourself.
Right. Bravo. And are you going to plot?
Yeah, plot's closed a bit. I'm just going back after a bit of an injury, so I plan on plotting a
I
few
started to
times.
plot. I went to one and I loved it. Then I booked another one and then the book came out, so I skipped it.
Oh, yeah,
But I'm planning to
get
do
back
that
into it.
too. Yoga, Pilates, like my body, my mind need it. And
Hmm.
I think like self-care is so important. We've had a very busy like end of year
Yeah,
and we, have to put that oxygen mask on. You know what? I about pushing through, like, if you don't listen to your body when it whispers, you're going to have to listen when it screams. And I was feeling very tired and like on the verge of burnout. And when I landed in New York, my ear was really bothering me and I bought eardrops and it was starting to get better. But then when I got on the flight to get home, it got bad again and I got an ear infection.
yeah,
Because like my body was just like slow down. So I was supposed to go see friends in Montana, and just because of Shane and my health, I decided to like cancel that trip, which like really hurt my heart. But like I needed that. And yesterday I did not leave the couch. Like I couldn't. And the antibiotics have kicked in. My hearing is almost fully back. My energy levels are back. And like you have
that's
to
so
listen to
nice.
yourself. And I'm usually really good at not pushing myself to this limit anymore.
Hmm.
But it happened. It happened. So,
Yeah, it's hard, and then you add in like the time of year too, so pushing yourself, and then like the days are shorter, and where we both live, it gets dark really early, so it's just like a recipe. Like yeah, my body's been I've been on the go for over a month, and I got back and have been on the go this past week, and my body is telling me I've had enough,
yeah.
and yeah.
And so to the
I listen.
couch we go.
To the couch we go.
To the couch we go. So anyways, I think this was such a successful book launch, and I just want to thank you, Alana, our entire team, all of our
Hmm.
co-authors, everyone who
Yeah.
supported us. This was such a fun book to work on, and
Hmm.
what a privilege and honor it is to keep sharing these stories and growing our
Completely.
community. And I know we have sponsorship opportunities available for people who want to support us in our next book, Volume
Yeah.
3, which is out in March, which will land you in the book and on the billboard. And, if you're like, well, Blair, I want to be a part of that, I want to support you, you just got to reach out. All my contact information is below, or
Yeah.
email me, blair@blairkaplan.ca. We have big things coming in
Mm-hmm.
2026. I refuse to accept anything other than epicness. And
Yes.
in New York, Alana and I did this activity where we each got to write a wish and on a piece of confetti that will be like blown out on New Year's Eve with the ball
Mm-hmm.
dropping. And what was your wish?
Um, should we share them?
Yeah, I asked you what your wish is.
Okay. My wish was to retire in 2026 because of money reasons, not because of health reasons.
Alana wants to just roll around on the floor with her cats all day, slash run the project.
Yeah, I really do.
So it's like the reverse of retiring is like leaving a job and having a business.
Yeah.
But it's your wish, so you can do whatever you want.
Yeah. What about you?
That we sign our TV deal in Q1. So January, February, March. Let's do this. Let's sign that TV deal.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to stay up to date on all that. We'll give you little nuggets here and there, but you're going to want to join the Substack.
Mm-hmm. That's
But
where all
yeah,
the
so
real stuff happens.
we're going to make some cool stuff happen. And you know what? I'd like to say this is the beginning, but we're like 6 years in. So crazy.
It feels like it's like a new beginning, though.
Well, every
It's
New
like we're
Year's a new
six.
beginning.
Yeah, every year's a new beginning, but I feel like 2026 is like a shift.
Well, yeah, I think it's like we're up leveling and we're stepping into a
Hmm.
different dimension of what we originally intended, which was just a book. And now
Yeah.
with the clothing line, the TV show, our book series, strategic partnerships, our speaking,
Hmm.
and everything else that we're doing, the navigating grief framework, our support in the mental health space. I think, we are stepping into this new realm that, you would have asked me 6 years ago, like if this is what I'd be doing, I'd be like, you're no, like it's not.
Heck no.
Heck no. So I don't know. I think this is amazing. So if you celebrate Hanukkah, happy Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever day this is that you're listening to it. Enjoy the wrap up of the year. And
Hmm.
the slowdown. You're probably going to hear from us at least one more time before the end of the year. We have a
Oh, for
lot of
sure.
guest podcasts coming out. I've been busy recording. We have some really epic people we met along the way that we're going to get on
Hmm.
the show. And we can't wait for you to meet all of the new authors and the new people in our
Yes.
lives. And do you have anything else you want to say?
I'm just excited for what's to come. And, yeah, you'll hear from us again. And I have ideas of how we're going to show up next time. And maybe
Like,
it'll happen, maybe not.
maybe we'll be in costumes.
Maybe.
How are we showing up? Anyways, you know what? What's really awesome also about so Lana's not going to be here at Christmas, so I feel
Mhm.
like I'm going to take some time off. Like I'm going to try and take between Christmas and New Year's off,
Mm.
and we'll know how that goes. But I'm not going to book any meetings. But I think Alana and I are going to have a lot of fun creative time, and so I don't know. I think maybe we will share what our goals are, our vision boards,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's all very exciting. So. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. You want to wrap it up since you started it?
Yeah, thank you. I mean, Blair has this beautiful saying that she usually does at the end of the episode. And I just want to say that, thank you for joining us. Things are hard. Life is hard, and you can get through this 1 hour at a time, one day at a time. And remember, you are resilient AF.
That's a wrap for another episode of Resilient AF with Blair and Alana. And thank you for listening. Are you feeling inspired to bounce forward?
Let's connect at theglobalresilienceproject.com, where you can read many stories of resilience, buy our books, shop our clothing line, learn more about how to strengthen your resilience muscle, be empowered, and more.
Remember, friends, you are Resilient AF.